Good afternoon, students. I'll start with the class. So we are doing the chapter limits and derivatives. I have covered the derivatives part, this limits part. So today we're doing derivatives. Okay. Under derivatives, we'll see what is called as first principle. The question will come like this, or before that, I'll give you the formula. Whenever you come across this word, find a derivative using first principle, you have to always use this formula. H tending to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. This is x plus h. Limit h tending to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. So this is the formula which we'll be using throughout this topic. First principle. So I'll start with the first problem. The question will come like this. Find the derivative or you will say differentiate using first principle. Directly by solving the problem itself, I'll explain how to solve it. First one, f of x is given as x. We have to find derivative of x. So now I need to find derivative of this. Function will be given. Even if function is not given, suppose if they had said find derivative of x, then whatever we have to find derivative is always f of x. Okay, this is there by default. Even if they don't mention f of x, it is understood that whatever function they give is always f of x. Even if they had given x square plus 8x something, so this will be equals to f of x equals to like this. So any question is given, always it is f of x. So we have to use this formula. So if you notice, what all we already know what is f of x, it is x. But we have to find something called as f of x plus h. X plus h is nothing but wherever there is x, you have to replace x. Wherever there is x, you have to just put x plus h. So what is f of x plus h? Wherever there is x, you have to use x plus h. So I'm adding h here. Now you write the formula. This you write it as f dash of x. If you don't have space here, just write it beside f. So this is called as your derivative. F dash of x is nothing but called as the derivative. So we have to find the derivative now. The moment I put a dash here, it's understood we are finding the derivative of it. To use the formula, write the formula. So this is the formula. So write it again. Now we'll do the substitution. Write this formula here and now substitute. So I'm finding f dash of x. Limit h tending to 0. What is f of x plus h? Let's substitute. What is f of x? X. Put the values. F of x plus h is nothing but x plus h. And what is f of x? X. So x and x will cancel. What answer we'll get is h upon h. Again it will cancel. Limit of any constant. Limit of number. Is there any h left to substitute? No. Limit of any constant is directly. You cannot take limit. If there was h, we have to substitute h equals to 0. But there is no h there to substitute. So finally, straight away answer will be 1 only. Limit h tending to 0, limit of 1 is 1 only, because suppose if there was 1 plus h, then wherever there is h you have to put 0, but there is no h there to substitute. So answer will be straight away 1. Second one, find derivative of we have to find derivative of this 3x square plus 5. Sorry. So we have to find derivative means write a formula. Before that, if you just want to see what is f of x plus h, so this is the question given us. I'm starting with the solution. F of x I already know, but always I have to find what is f of x plus h. So what did I tell you? Wherever there is x, replace it by x plus h. So this is x. So how is this normally? How is it? It is like this, correct? Basically, square means what? Bracket the whole square. So wherever there is x, I have to replace it by x plus h. So be careful here. It will look like this. In this, x has been replaced by x plus h. If you do like this, it is wrong. It is the whole square, because x is getting converted into x plus h. So the whole square. Now write the formula. Now substitute. What is x plus h? This full thing. What is f of x? Please put brackets. Please make a habit of putting brackets. Otherwise, everything will go wrong. Please make a habit of putting brackets, because this is a minus sign. In spite of telling, there will be students who will be making this mistake. They directly substitute like this. What is f of x? They write it as 3x square plus 5, which is completely wrong, because this minus sign should belong to both the terms. So put it in the bracket. So what is the f of x value? This substitute here. Middle there is minus sign upon h. Now simplify. If anyone having some doubts or not understanding, then please ask them. Now this is in the form of a plus b the whole square. So use a plus b the whole square formula. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Now open up the bracket. 3x square 6xh plus 3h square minus 3x square minus 5 upon h. Whatever is getting cancelled, you cancel. So what remains is this. Now we have to find limit of this. But if you go to directly substitute, now what does taking limit means? If you want, you can try direct substitution method. If you try to directly substitute h equals to 0, what you will get? H as 0, this will be 0. Again, this will be 3 into 0 square be 0 upon 0. Answer will come as 0 upon 0, which is not acceptable. But what you can see is there is h common in both the terms. So take out h common. Now h and h will cancel. Now final answer, wherever there is h, put 0. The limit will go now. The moment you substitute h as 0, this limit will go. So answer is 6x. Later on, once I finish this first principle, now when I go to the basic derivatives, I will teach you the method. Both methods are there. This also you have to know, and the other shortcut method also. So once you know that shortcut method, no, automatically you will be able to tell me whether this answer is correct. There's always a shortcut method. As of now, I'm not teaching that. Once we do that method, you can always come back and check. It's obvious. It's easier to confirm your answer. Okay, I'll come back to this later. This is only for confirmation. If you want to know whether 6x is your correct answer, you have to know the second method, which we'll do in the next class. Third one. Find derivative of x cube minus 27. So what will be f dash of x? If you want, first you can find what is f of x plus h. F of x plus h means wherever there is x, you have to replace it by x plus h. So it will become x plus h the whole cube. This full thing, you have to write it again, but instead of x, you have to write it x plus h. And now start solving. F dash of x is, write the formula. This is f of x plus h. then is minus. What is f of x? This answer. Put a bracket and substitute. This is f of x plus h value, this part which I've substituted here, minus what is f of x given in the question is this. Use a bracket. Now simplify. Use a plus b the whole cube formula. Sorry, before that, limit a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube minus 27. I'll open up the bracket, minus x cube plus 27 upon. So whatever is getting cancelled, this is what remains after cancellation. Now if you go for direct substitution, again you will get 0 upon 0. You directly put h as 0. So if you are getting 0 upon 0, always check if you can take out h common. All among all the three terms, h is common. Now h and h will cancel. Now do the direct substitution method. Now remove out the limit and wherever there is h, put 0. The answer is 3x square. Those who have already done derivatives in their college and you all know the shortcut method, they will understand whether this answer is correct or not. Even if you are not knowing till now, don't worry. In the next class, this answer will look very simple. You will think why we needed all this big method. But as we know, it is there in the portion, so we have to study, because specifically if they ask using first principle, then you have to do this method. You cannot directly write down. Next one. Five minus 3x. This is f of x given. The solution, first we'll see what is f dash of x plus, what is f of x plus h we will need. So look into the problem. You have to write the whole problem as it is again. But while writing, wherever you come across x, you have to replace it by x plus h. The rest, everything you have to copy paste as it is. So we know what is f of x and we know what is f of x plus h. So now write the formula. Now substitute the answers. This is your f of x plus h value minus upon h. Open up the bracket. Now you can cross multiply, and if nothing is there means it is to be taken as h upon 1. Before that also no problem. We'll just cross multiply these terms now because they are fractions. Just cross multiply. 5 minus 3x will come here. And this into this. If nothing is there, it means h upon 1. So a upon b, c upon d. Open up the bracket now. Only the numerator is simplifier. 5 minus 3x minus 1 into this is minus 5. Minus into minus is plus 3h upon. Don't go to multiply this, huh? Don't open up the bracket. Keep it as it is. This is multiplication. It will become lengthy. Only the numerator is simplify. Open up the bracket. This copy paste as it is. Don't simplify this. Only thing this will become h upon 1 will become 1 by h. Now what all will cancel? So what remains is limit h tending to 0, 3h upon so h and h will cancel now. Now do the direct substitution method. Wherever there is h, put 0. This will be now limit will go because now I'm doing substitution, final substitution. So wherever in the problem there is h, I have to put it as 0. Only h you have to replace by 0. So what you have got 3 upon, it's the same term. 5 minus 3x into 5 minus 3x is nothing but right here only 3 upon 3x the whole square. It's like a into a is a square. So this is the answer. Next problem. Find derivative of 1 upon x square. So what will be f of x plus h? 1 upon x plus h the whole square. Not x square plus h. Huh? Again, it will be wrong. Find the derivative now. Now substitute, put the value of f of x plus a. Just you have to remember this formula. Rest all is just simplification. After I substitute, you will get like this. Now cross multiply. Or before cross multiplying, you can even simplify if you want to. Now cross multiply. This into this upon h upon 1. And now cross multiply. This, what is that? It will reverse. And this open up the bracket. Now, if you go to substitute, h as 0, this will become 0 upon 0 form, because 1 upon 0 will give me 0. So I have to make sure I am cancelling out this h with someone. Now there are two terms. In the previous, there was only one term which was directly getting cancelled. So whenever there are two terms, see if you can take out h common. So h is common between these two terms. I'm taking h common. You can write this in front also, no problem. H and h will cancel. Now you can substitute. Wherever there is h, put 0. In the entire problem, wherever there is h, you have to replace it by 0. Minus 2x, this will be anyway 0, x square into x square. So 1x will cancel. So answer is minus 2 upon x cube. X square into x will give me x cube. Okay, so that is the answer. Next one. So whenever there's a fraction, you have to cross multiply. Next one. Just check the number, whichever it is, just add on to that. You can take some other number there. Any number, okay? Method will remain the same. Only these numbers can change. Root of 6x plus 13. It can be given as 10x plus 5 or 20x plus 50. Anything, any number. These numbers, it can be in the form of ax plus b, or it can be in the form of b minus ax. Whatever it is, whatever method will always remain the same. So next is f of x plus h we have to calculate. So wherever there is x, I have to replace it by x plus h. Use a bracket. So f of x I got, f of x plus h also. This is the question given, and this is the solution. Now substitute. You can open up the bracket. Or before that, just substitute and show. So this is f of x plus h. F of x is this. Now there's a root sign. If you all remember from the previous limits, whenever you come across a root sign under limits, I told you all one method to get rid of the root sign. The moment you come across root, there's only one single method which you can follow. That is the rationalization method. You have to rationalize this problem. So before rationalizing, what you can do is just open up the bracket. Cross multiply. Multiply numerator and denominator with this opposite sign. There was a minus sign there. So I have to multiply numerator and denominator with plus sign. Now this is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. A minus b into a plus b, you know that it is a square plus b square. So it's like root a minus root b will be always equals to root a square minus root b. This whole thing is a and this whole thing is b. A minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square upon a. This got multiplied here, whatever is left, right. Root and square always cancels out each other. Now here, minus gets multiplied to both the sides, both the terms. So minus 6x minus 13. This is what remains. Now h and h will cancel. Now substitute a value. Wherever there is h, put 0. 1 upon is always equals to 2 times c. So after this cancellation, I substituted h as 0. So it's like adding the same term. Don't make it square. Huh? A plus a is, you write 1 upon 6, suppose if it is there. If you write 6 upon a square, this is wrong. Plus will never make the power double. This will be 2 times. This is done. Okay, so this is to be done when there's a root sign. Next one. And there's a numerator also and denominator. X plus 2 upon 3x plus 5. So f of x plus h will be what? Wherever there is x, you have to replace it by x plus h. In the whole thing, wherever I find x, I have to replace it by x plus h. Now start with the solving part. Limit the substitute. I have substituted both the answers. X plus a, what is f of x, is already there in the question. Now open up the bracket. You can skip this step. While substituting only, you could open up the bracket and keep. Now cross multiply. it is equals to limit h tending to 0 if nothing is there, it's like h upon 1, and then this will get reversed. Only simplify the numerator now. X into 3x, 3x square, it's like multiplying, opening up the brackets. X will get multiplied to both the terms. X into 3x is 3x square, x into 5 is 5x. Now this term is done. Now multiply h to both the terms, and then 2 you multiply to both the terms. So 2 into 3x is 2 into 5 is 10. Right here again, because I need some space, 3x square. So this is after simplifying. This is this part minus the bracket, again multiply this 3x square. Don't simplify this, keep this answer as it is. Only simplify the numerator. And this will reverse and become 1 by h. Now open up the bracket and cancel whatever is getting cancelled. Minus, all the terms will become minus. Then so what remains is plus 5h minus 6h. Limit is there, huh? Everywhere just add limit at the side. Plus 5h minus 6h is minus 1h. So this h and this h will cancel. Now put the value of h as 0. Answer is 3x plus 5 the whole square. This is the answer. Next we will see exponential. A raised to x. We have to find derivative of a raised to x. What is f of x plus h? A raised to x plus. Write a formula. Substitute. Instead of a, you can also have as 5 raised to x, 7 raised to x, anything, okay? 10 raised to x. Sometimes they may not give you as a, they might give you numbers. Exactly same we have to go on carrying, okay? Method will remain the same. Instead of a, it can be a pure number. So a is a constant. F of x is a raised. Now a raised to x plus h. How to simplify this? Whenever there's exponential, so this we are doing as exponential. So this will be, this can be splitted as power, can be splitted as like, if you have multiplication, powers always get added, no? So a I'm giving to both the terms. So this is multiplication. So remember only this step, you have to split this power into 2. Now what is common between both the terms? A raised to x is common. So take out a raised to x common. Now we have to take limit. We have already studied limit x tending to 0. This is a formula which we have already done under limits. A raised to x minus 1 upon log a is always equals to log of a. Now this was with respect to x, but whatever we are doing now is with respect to h. So this will not come into picture. It's like a constant. Everything is in terms of h. So wherever there is x, this is only differences, it is h. So it will not make any change. Answer will anyways remain the same. A raised to x is out. What is the answer of this? Comparing with this formula, it is nothing but log A. A raised to x, log A is the answer. Same you try f of x as e raised to x. Wherever, just copy paste the entire problem with e. If the question is e raised to x, everything will get replaced by e, like this. Answer will be e raised to x log e, which is same as e raised to x. Log e value is always equals to 1. So answer is e raised to x. If, for example, it is f of x is e raised to x, then everything remains the same. Just the final step, instead of log a, it will be log e, and you know log e is 1. The answer is e raised to x. Next one. Seven raised to, instead of a, it is now 7 given. What will be f of x plus 8? Now use the formula. Exactly same problems are there in 12th standard also. So if you're understanding and you're learning this, one part of 12th standard is also getting covered. Same problems, exactly same, are there in 12th standard. So substitute. Multiply this inside. This minus 3 is down. No, on top only, correct. I've opened up this bracket. Now what you do, arrange these terms like this only. So I'll write 2x minus 3 together, and 2h I'll write behind. I have to arrange this same as this fellow. So minus 3 I'm bringing this side, 2h I'm writing on the other side. Now what you do, split this power for both of this. How we had done in the previous problem, into 7 into 2. So I've separated this. So if I'm separating plus power, here it will be multiplication. Now between this term and this term, 7 raised to 2x minus 3 is common. Take out 7 raised to 2x minus 3 common. So what remains is 7 raised to 2x minus 1 upon. Same like the previous, this part will always come out. Because everything of h only have to keep it inside. Now which formula again we are referring? Limit extending a raised to x minus 1 upon x equals to log a. So whenever I told this power and this one always should match. This part and this part should always remain the same. Yeah, now what is happening? This and this is not matching. So I have to match it. Balance it with 2. Now this value is how much? Log a. Log a means log 7. Here a is 7. And this into 2, which I used for balance. Don't multiply this and make this 14. 2 will come in front. I can write like this also. It cannot be seen, so I write it here. You can write it here also. 2 into that. This is the answer. Exactly same thing works for E. If this was E, no? This will be E and this will be E. Only log E you have to put it as 1. F of x suppose something like this is E raised to 4 minus 9x suppose. F of x plus h will be, now write the formula and substitute. F of x plus h minus f of h upon h. So this will be limit h tending to 0. This is 4. Everything is substitute. I'll open the bracket. F of x is this. Same like the previous problem. Arrange the terms same like this one. Minus 9 is in the correct form, no? Yeah, it's already in the correct form. So this two I'll keep together into this fellow I'll take separately. Power I've splitted this one side, this one side. Why? I'm arranging it same like this so that I can take out this one common. So this is one term, and this is the second term. So between these two terms, e raised to 4 minus 9x nine h it is a. Now take this fellow out. Again same, this and this has to match. So now you have to balance it with -9. So that this power and this power matches, you have to introduce 9, -9. Now this is same, a raised to something -1 upon that same thing is log a. Log a means this will be log e now. Log e value is 1. So answer is okay. So this was about exponential function. This is the logarithmic function. Log of 5x plus 8. You have to find derivative of this. So find what is f of x plus 8. At least this much part I can always do and keep. This 5 belongs to this whole thing. Whenever you're replacing x with x plus 8, put a bracket. By now you should know this formula by heart. It is always x plus h minus f of x upon h. Now do the substitutions. Multiply it inside. Now how do we simplify this log? Whenever log is involved, remember log a minus log b is always equals to log of a upon b. So it is in the form of log a minus log b. So b will go down. Now related to log, you know only one formula under limits. Limit log of 1 plus x upon x is equals to 1. This we have studied under limits. The only formula related to log which we studied under limits is this one. So 1 plus something upon that. If you notice here, there is no 1. So we have to do something to make this one term of them is 1. If you notice here, what is happening? 5x plus 8 is there, here also 5x plus 8. So I'll just rearrange the term. 8 I'll bring close, 5h I'll put him on the other side. Now what you do? Divide this whole thing by this and this also. Separate out 5x plus 8. Upon 8 is there. Huh? This will cancel. Up till here we will get after simplifying. So now just compare it with this formula. Whatever is here should be here. 1 plus something and whatever is here should be here. 1 is already there. But this and this is not matching. So what is missing is 5 upon 5x plus 8. So I will introduce that and balance it. This is already there. But this part also should match with this one. So what I'll do, introduce. I'm multiplying h by 5 upon 5x plus 8. Same thing I have to multiply here also. Balancing. Now if you notice, it's correct. 1 plus that, this and this is matching. So what will be this value? 1. This and this is matching. So this answer will be 1. And this balancing part. So answer is 5 upon 5x plus 8. Any number comes, you have to follow the same method. Any number inside a log. Next will the trigonometric one. This was about log. Next is trigonometric. Of trigonometric functions. You have to find derivative of this. So basically they are like proofs also. You have to find derivative of sine x. Our aim is to find derivative of sine x. Same logic. What is f of x plus h? Sine of x plus. Use the formula. f dash of x equals to f of x plus h. Substitute. What is f of x plus h? What I'll do is now how to simplify this. I'll use sin c minus sin d formula is 2 cos of c plus d by 2 sin of c minus. So what is your c? This whole part is c and this is d. Sin c minus sin d formula. So c value is x plus h and d value is x. Use the formula. So sin c minus sin d is equals to 2 cos of c plus d by 2 and sin of c minus d by 2. X plus h is like a c and x is d. H and h will cancel. So what we'll get is 2 x plus x is 2x. So this limit is related to h, not x now. So this becomes like a constant and this is also like a constant. Whichever the term does not have h in it, you can always remove him out. So this doesn't have h inside it. This also has nothing related to h. The only term which is related to h is cos. So that will keep under limit. Rest all I'll take him outside. And now do the substitution. Wherever there is h, put 0. Okay, that was sorry. Not wait 1 second now. I made a mistake. This is h by 2. X. This is minus x. Let's do the correction. C minus d by 2. Now you know that limit extending to 0 sin x upon x is equals to 1. So it is nothing but h now. H I'll take near this fellow. Now just try to match the same thing. H by 2 should be there. If it balances, sine of anything upon the same thing, the denominator value is 1. So I need to make it half. Multiply it by half. So that it comes in this form. This upon this is equals to 1. And now wherever there is h, put 0. and this value is 1, and this is that balancing half. 2 and 2 will cancel, this 2 and this 2 will cancel. What remains is cos x. So derivative of sin x is cos x. The last one for today, we'll find derivative of cos x. What is derivative of cos x? Same thing. Just repeat everything again. F of x plus h will be cos of x plus h. Now start with the formula. Limit h tending to 0, f of x plus h upon h. Do the substitution. You can use the formula now. Cos c minus cos d. So this is like c and this fellow is like d. So which formula to use now? Cos c minus cos d is minus 2 sine of c plus d by 2 sine of c minus d. If you are not using minus sign, then you have to reverse this. So apply the formula. Cos of c plus d by 2, sorry, sine. This will be limit h tending to 0 minus 2 sine of c plus d by 2 sine of c minus d upon 2. X and x will cancel. Again, same like the previous problem, balance half here, make this as same. Half and half. The moment this matches with this one, answer is 1. Sorry. And wherever there is h, put 0 now. This also will cancel. So minus sin x is the answer. The derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Remaining ones also I will do. The in the next class other trigonometric functions, that is tan, cosec, cot, and sec. Let's stop here.